Hey, welcome back to some Dark Souls Remastered. I'm Hal, and last time we beat Quelaag and joined the Daughters of Chaos for that sweet Chaos Pyromancy. Today we've got a couple of options on what we can do. So let's lay them out, shall we? We can either head into the Demon Ruins, although it's not. We can't progress too far in there. We can clear the Demon Ruins, but we can't get into Izalith yet. Same goes for the catacombs. We can clear the catacombs, but we can't get into the Tomb of Giants till we get the Lord Vessel. And we can open up the door in Darkroot Garden with the Crest of Artorias, which we've got the souls that we could do that, but I don't want to do that yet because you get an alternate cutscene when you face Sif if you've like already done the DLC and saved him in the Abyss. So I'm gonna do that, I think. So in terms of where we can go, that really only leaves us with Sens Fortress. So I guess we'll do that. And to be honest, the sooner we get the Lord Vessel, the better, really. Just because then we can warp from bonfire to bonfire instead of having to like backtrack forever and ever and ever. And to be honest, once we get out of Blighttown, I need to remember to put my grass crest shield back on. Don't need the spider shield anymore. Excuse me, leave me alone. It's too early for this. Okay, here we go. Seeing if I've got any moss clumps. Here we go. Just because that constant hissing in the background's getting on me wick already. Although saying that, one reason why I would like to open the that path in the Darkroot Garden is we can get the eastern set there, which isn't super heavy, but does offer some poise, and it looks pretty cool. I don't know how well it'll go with a thief hood, like, but yeah. So that might be worth doing for that. I think the Eastern Armor upgrades with Twinkle and Titanite though, which might be a reason not to bother yet, because we don't really have a lot of twinkling. And you don't really get a lot until Anor Londo. You can buy them from the giant blacksmith in Anor Londo. Or you can farm them in the Crystal Cave bit. I don't know if that's the proper name for it. But either way, we're a little ways off that yet. So I suppose we can wait. Okay, good. Happy to see the back of Blighttown, like. Didn't even know it. Missed. Oh, you'll be amazed to hear that I'm really tired today, as per usual. I am off work though, so I'm getting a bumper crop of of recording in, because I've actually ate through my entire backlog. I realised this morning when I uploaded episode 9. So this is episode 10 we're doing now. But normally I've had like a day or two's backlog, but yeah, burned through all of that today. Right, what are we doing? We need to go, yeah, up here. Right, Grass Crest, that's what we want. have a look. Yeah, we haven't even started upgrading any gear yet. Do I want to go and grab the Eastern armor? Am I that bothered about it? Probably not. I do kind of want to start upgrading my armor though, because yeah, it's there. I suppose a better target would be the sharp bow, wouldn't it? How are we doing for things? We've got a few large. We've got no little ones. Well, that's fine actually, because we need to pass Andre to get a Sens anyway, so we'll do that. We'll upgrade some stuff there. We'll give him the large ember. Oh, and if we talk to this guy now, he'll have
you ring the second bell?
Some new dialogue.
That is incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you.
So he's very unhappy that now we've rang the Bell of Awakening. We've awoken this guy here, Kingseeker Framped. And the snoring he's on about is sometimes when you zone in, he'll be asleep and you've got to whack him to wake him up.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the Bell of Awakening? I am the primordial serpent, Kingseeker Framped, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the Bell of Awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment?
Yes!
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
So yeah, now that we've talked to Kingseeker Framped, we're kind of locked out of
I am pleased to see you well.
talking to Darkstalker Karth in the Abyss, but that's fine. We'll do that on another playthrough. So yeah, now look, we can. One of the good things about Framped is you can feed him your various stones, and he'll break it down into a corresponding amount of the smaller ones. So we can feed him a shard, and he'll break it down into several. A large Titanite shard, and he'll break it down into several normal Titanite shards, and so on. We can also feed him items and get souls for it. So like certain things are worth more than others, but this is a good way of just clearing tat out of your inventory as well. Some things he doesn't give you the right value for, so we're not really carrying anything here, I don't think. Let's have a look. No, we mustn't be carrying any consumable souls. But a lot of the time, like say the soul of a hero is like 10 grand, but he'll give you 1,000 for it, so you should never do that. But yeah, for instance, I've got 4 long swords. So while it's only 50 a time, you know. It makes, you know, getting through our inventory a bit easier if I delete all my extras. I've got 2 sets of this, haven't I, as well, because I started, I picked up the extra in the Gape and Dragon fight. I had to think about that there. Okay, well, you get the idea.
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here and await thee.
And there's my phone going off in typical fashion. Okay, so we need to head to Andre, give him the large ember. Oh yes, as well, I don't know. So when, what's his face? Petrus, is that his name? Was waiting for his milady and companions, that's these here.
Oh, hello. My guests have finally arrived. I will be departing with them shortly. So, I'm afraid I will be saying goodbye soon. It was a pleasure.
Petrus, everything that he does at this part of the game, you just think, oh, what a lovely bloke, you know what I mean? But he's quite duplicitous.
Oh, hello. Miracles, Come again. The effectiveness.
So this is the young lady who has been tasked with the undead mission of kindling to go into the catacombs for. This is our, you know, our guards.
You are undead as well. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us.
So you think, oh, alright, yeah, and then you talk to her again, and then she gets a bit
Did I
shirty.
not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not.
But we'll catch up with her later as well. But yeah, Kingseeker Frammed, like your first playthrough of the game, yeah, you're like, oh right, okay, this is what I'm meant to be doing. You don't even know about Darkstalker Kath or any of the rest of it, and you just take his word, and you're like, okay, yeah, if I link the flame, then I'll undo the undead curse. Everything's champion. But then as you learn more about the underlying like lore of the world, and you get Karth's dialogue and things like that, he just hit me right in the face. How cheeky. And even just playing through the like Dark Souls 2 and 3, when you have a better understanding of what Link and the Flame does, you understand that Kingseeker Frammed isn't like the lines between who's the good guy and who's the bad guy out of the primordial serpents get blurred quite substantially. So as it turns out, we probably are going to link the flame on this playthrough, just because, although saying that, you don't have to. We can go with Frammed all the way up till the end and then still just not link the flame. So I guess we'll see, you know. And as you can see there, the gate of Sens is now open, which is where we're heading next. But we're just gonna have a quick talk to Andrea first.
Ah, why, that's a fine ember you have there. I could smith some mighty weapons with one of those. Why not lend it to me?
So it gives you a yes or no answer, and if you say no, it'll be like, alright, well, fine. It's not like you can do anything with it. Then he'll ask again, and if you say no again, he'll stop asking. And you'll lock yourself out of being able to get the +10 on your weapons, so just give him it. Basically.
Be disappointed. I can hardly wait to get started.
Right. So we could +6 our shield, which is good, because there's some pretty hard hitting enemies in Sens, so having the extra stability is probably going to help. I also want, in fact, no, the next priority is the short bow for sure. So I need 2 for +4 and 3 for +5. So we need to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, really, a longbow would be better, but it makes no odds really. Right, +5, and then we'll get that at +6. And we'll do +6 for our Grasscrest shield. Do we have any more? Let's have a look. Probably go shield now, which is in a weapon I keep forgetting. Yeah, we've got enough. We can keep going. Right, +7's decent.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Oh, and actually, what would be a good shout is
What might you consider I could bridge?
oh yes, and we haven't spoke to him since we got the Divine Ember either.
Well, you've made a...
So now he can make divine weapons, so we could turn any of these into a divine version, which does additional damage against undead, scales with faith. So good for a faith build, but yeah, not what we're about. Arrows, that's what I wanted. Let's get some arrows on the go. Many arrows. That'll do. Large arrows, which if you see the... doesn't actually say on this screen, I don't think. Maybe it doesn't at all. I'm gonna have to have a look at that.
Neither of...
Let's have a look. It doesn't say. But anyway, the heavy arrows, they do more damage, but they have a, like, less range. So yeah, we've got enough to be going on with though. We can probably squeeze another level out before we jump into Sens. 2 actually. So where do we want to put them? The strength is obviously a good shout. Yeah, we'll just dump them into strength. No such thing as doing too much damage. Illusory wall ahead, okay. Pretty sure it isn't, like, yeah. So Sens is like sort of the area when the game starts stepping its stuff up. Like you'll hear people say, oh, like when you get on Orlando, like the real Dark Souls begins now, and that's kind of true. But I think Sens is probably on that level as well. These guys are jerks, but thankfully I deliberately didn't step over it. But there's a trap in the doorway, so we can get one of them stabbed. Although he blocked 2 of them from behind, I might add. Okay, I try to parry his mouth. You can't do that. You can parry his sword, not his mouth. And we got a drop. What is it? Let me pillage your body, man serpent greatsword. No way. Right. Now we need to make a decision again, because the man serpent greatsword is like insanely good strength weapon. It's really solid. Like it starts with a B skill in strength, and as you level it up, it ends up with like an S rating, I'm sure, which is going to be really strong. We can use it. We've got 24 strength. I think it upgrades normally. So yeah, that's why the actual physical starts so low, because you know it ends up with such great skill. We'll hang on to that and we'll sort of upgrade it in the background, and we can always make a switch. One of the good things about the man serpent greatsword as well is because it's like kind of a normal weapon. I mean, like it doesn't upgrade with twinkling titanite. That means you can buff it, so yeah, it might be an idea. Okay, here we are in Sens Fortress, home of many traps. And I need to kind of make the decision whether I want to sort of descend into the abyss down here, because the floor down there is full of like goop. It's like a swamp and you can't run through it very well. But there are items to be had down there, but you can get through Sens without ever setting foot down there. And as you can see, there's like 3 serpent men on there as well. They spend half their life throwing lightning bolts at you. Maybe I want to drop down on one of them from there. Yeah, I mean, let's do that now, okay? Let's try and get all this tedious stuff out the way early when we're in the beginning of Sens, because after that I'll want to try and make me way to the bonfire pretty quick. And parrying's the easy way of dealing with them. I kinda like, you can survive the drop like straight down to the ground over there, which I'd take some damage, but I might be safer just because I wouldn't have to immediately deal with them 3 down there. But I'm kinda hoping if I drop on one I can get the plunging attack. Another man serpent greatsword, what is going on? Actually, you know what? Let's be smart. Okay, I can't quite lock on them there, and I can't aim down enough. Right, we'll go back to plan plan A then. Let's go. Oh, I fell off. Never mind, that was very stupid. Okay. Well, that's fine, because it kind of, we want to be down here. Because I don't mind dealing with one of these guys, but two's a bit much. And he's just, is he going to sit there? Is the other one still coming? He is. I should probably try and get rid of you. Quickly then. Yeah, I knew I was going to get hit there, but I figure if I die, at least I've picked up all the good stuff. The scythe weapon there, right? There's so many people have played Dark Souls and never got that weapon. I should really be a bit more careful. I'm probably going to die here, I've accepted that. Yeah, yeah, but we got the items, so that's the main reason for going down there. I mean, you could argue because every time you kill a Titanite demon, you get one demon Titanite. So if I was planning on using a boss weapon, then killing both of them would be good, because that's, you need to get your hands on as much as possible. But we got the 2 items down there. Like literally, other than that, there's them 3 serpent men and another Titanite demon, and there's nothing else in that bit. There's another bit later on where you can kind of get in the bottom and fight some more, but not too fussed on doing that until we... Okay, see him going for the blind side. Okay, I've got one of them a bit. By far and away the easiest way of dealing with these is just getting the parry off. I'm like not terrible at parrying these compared to some other enemies. It's quite easy to backstab them as well, because they're using great swords. There's quite a lot of swing time to their animations, so you can just block and walk around them and get the backstab pretty easy. Right, anyway. Yeah, I wanted to do that like sort of now while I had the chance, because it's not too far to run, but as we get a bit further through Sens Fortress, it would be tedious to keep having to run all the way back, so... And there is actually a bonfire in Sens, but it's... Once you know about it, like, you know, it's there, but quite a few people on the first playthrough, like, do the entire thing and they're like, there's not a single bonfire in this place, like, it's so unnecessarily cruel. Okay, so we're gonna snipe this guy. Now if I remember rightly, okay, I thought his lightning bolt couldn't come through the window. I say window, I might. Okay, we're safe there. Okay, I might have to move a bit further over. Okay, this isn't going well. Okay, you know what, sod that, because it's just, I'm just wasting Estus. I can't lock onto him from there. You've seen how pitiful damage the short bow does. It's pathetic. That's a +7 as well, I might add. I mean, the scaling's all dex, but that's not the point. Do you know what? Here might be a better place to try and snipe him. No, I'm wasting my time. It's just a complete waste of Estus. I'm not doing that anymore. So we're gonna have to take a bit of damage here. It's just how it is, unfortunately, but There you go. And as you can see, there's a little raised switch here. So if we stand on that, most of the time, again, you see the chest and you just barrel in. You're like, whoa, get in, and then you get bolts in the face. Now, if memory serves, we haven't quite come across all the rolling boulders yet. But you can kind of tell, there's like hints, like by the grooves on the floor, and if you look at the stairs there, you can see it's kind of worn away in a circular shape a bit. Now normally what you'd have to do is later on, there's a switch up there where you can maneuver the rolling boulders. So one comes down here, cleans out that guy and breaks this wall here, and there's actually stuff behind there that we want to get. But there's other ways of doing that. So if we just wake this guy up, I can't actually kick him awake. I'll just chop him awake then. Now if we kind of block here and let him, okay, it might not be working because we're too thingy, but basically if you can get him to swing right near the wall, then he'll break it with his weapon, which is just, I'd say it's time saving, but it's not really, is it? There we go, it's done it. So now we can just sort him out. So the main reason to even open this bit is this guy right here, Big Hat Logan.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
So we can open the door, free him. We use the master key. If we didn't have the master key, there's another area of Sens Fortress that we'd have to go to find the key to let him out. But this is why you take the master key for ease.
Oh, heavens. Thank you. I'm safe, and I'd love to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
So he, like, Griggs is Logan's apprentice. So Griggs's travels was search. Logan, him and Griggs travelled together. Logan decided to nick off and leave Griggs, and Griggs is like, "Oh no, where's my master? I need to go and find him." Blah blah blah. So yeah, this is basically where we're at. We freed Logan now. Logan will go back to Firelink. Griggs will be over the moon. Yeah. Again though, because we don't have 10 intelligence, when we try to talk to Logan about it, he'll just be like, "You're thick, get lost." And this bit always gives me vertigo, because like I can walk straight into the cage like that, right, for this soul of a hero, but I always think I'm gonna fall, because look at the gap. It's a person with gap. Yeah, and as you can see down here, there's more Titanite demons. This is the other bit you can get to. I can't remember. There's a safe way of getting down, but I can't remember what it is. It might be this actually. Should we see if it's this? No. I know some of them are elevators. So yeah, we freed him. He'll go back to Firelink. And if we were going sorcery, like he's the guy. He's the daddy. Oof. The camera. I was walking backwards there, and the camera followed him, and I nearly walked off there down into the abyss. I keep trying to parry the bite. Just do it the old-fashioned way. So yeah, now we're at the bit with the rolling boulders, and I'm actually going to take some armor off. Will this be enough to let me fast roll? Yes, okay. Because we need the movement speed here. And the thing with these is the hitboxes are proper janky. Like, if you're even like, if you're too close to it, like within like, you know, a little bit, you can still get hit and it'll still do damage. Even ones that aren't moving can still hit you. So we do want to actually... Oh, he's came to us. We don't want... Yeah, okay. Kind of thought that might happen. Panicked because I heard the boulder coming. But we wanted to be down here anyway. We actually did with this item. The shortle. Is he still alive? I can hear him. Like, pick one. Are you going to get run over or what? Okay. He'll follow us down if he wants to. He's just been killed, I heard him. There we go. So now, this is where we catch up with Sigmir again.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you.
I didn't want to read that.
Ah, so you see my sight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development.
Or in other words, perhaps you'll do it for us and sort it out. Which we will, but, you know. So now we've got to wait. Okay. And then the trick is even though we probably could have made it to the next bit, in fact I'm going to stand in here just so I don't get tagged, is just to be patient and not try and go too far. Right. So we won't be at the top of here because we get a couple of items. Right. And we get the Ring of Steel Protection, which is very nice. It's 50 points of physical defense, which is very nice indeed. Okay. Go through the fog wall. Got about 10 minutes left on my timer, I think. Another trap on the floor here, which it's possible, there's a snake man around the corner, it's possible to get him to trigger it if we just make some noise. Oh, okay, he didn't trigger it. Well, that's, I call bullshit on that. It also fires from this side as well, so you'd go through and block thinking, you know, no bother, but aye. We are making reasonable progress here. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. So you heard the big eeeeee, that's like, cause that's someone manoeuvring the switch upstairs to make the balls go this way now. And there's a couple of things that I want to get. Then I'll probably end the episode. So we want to take a run up here, and I think it's this one, yeah. That's fine, I'd rather he did that than bleed me. Yeah, because the weapons they've got all cause bleed, and if you get hit by all four of them, then yeah, it's really easy to get bled. And bleed is horrendous. It's, you instantly take 30% of your HP and damage when your bleed's full. Now, I can't remember which way I wanted to go. Oh yes, I do. So we get the Black Sorcerer set here, and the Sorcery Push. Yeah, I'm going to go this way around. Normally you could go down the bottom first, but I'm pretty sure this leads to the same way. So there, look, you can see there's the dead lizard man we killed earlier. There's the balls at the top of there being pushed about. We can change the switch so it would roll down here and open that gate, but we've done it already. So, look, blood here, okay. I'm going to top myself up actually because there's a bit of a drop if you go this way. Watch the lift, okay. There's blood on the lift. It goes upwards. Why would it go upwards? Yeah, because there's a load of spikes there. So if you were coming from the bottom, if you spend too long on the lift, yeah, you get spiked. If you were to jump on here, you'd get spiked. So you've got to kind of wait for it to pass you and then fall on it like this. Which I'm probably going to take a bit of damage here. But like I say, normally you'd go up the lift the other way around. And here is, I'm going to use my last flask. Because, again, chest, blood stain, okay. Yeah, there's an easy way to tell which chests are real and which ones are mimics, and it's got to do with the chain here. So if you look at the chain here, on normal chests it always curls round towards the back. If the chain's pointing forward, then it's a mimic. And a couple of other, if you look carefully as well, you can see it breathing. Look. Just every now and again, just keep an eye out. You can see it's just open up just a touch. It's not going to do it now. I'll turn away, maybe that'll make it work. There we go, see? Just a little bit. Now, what's interesting is if you've got, let's put some on me bar anyway. Probably we don't need them. If you've got Lloyd's talismans, okay, they prevent Estus recovery when you throw them, but also a little known, well, not a little known fact, but it was a little known fact. If you throw them at a mimic, like so, it puts them to sleep, and you can safely take the item without waking them up. But we're going to kill it anyway because that's how we roll. Get some good damage off before he wakes up, hopefully. Okay, killed him. They can be quite dangerous, so if you're worried that you can't kill them without taking damage, then yeah, use a Lloyd's talisman. So we're now at the very bottom of Sens, and this is where I wanted to be, because if you look, that's where the boulders end up. They go down that hole, and the reason we want to be here is we just need to wait now. And this is probably going to end up being the end of the episode when I get this, because it's going to take a little while. But if we wait here long enough, it should be the next one or two, I'd imagine. That little sort of hole where they all disappear down gets full, and then the next one smashes a wall behind it. Okay, we're full. So the next one, they'll smash that wall behind it, and then there's items behind there that we want. Boom, like so. Now we run and we wait. Okay, again, you don't get greedy, because if I'd went for that, there's a very real chance that, you know, I'd end up getting hit by this boulder. There we go, gold serpent ring. Now the covetous gold serpent ring's great. It doubles your item discovery, I think. In fact, let's check. So your base item discovery is 100. Yeah, it's at 100. If we were to put this ring on, make sure we take the right ring off, because if we take that off, it breaks. Okay. 300, so it's actually give us 200, so it's tripled our base item discovery. Also, if you have humanity sort of in your stock, if you use it, then that also boosts your item discovery. So if we were farming a particular item, you'd put that ring on, you'd pop some humanity, and you'd just go to town. Oh, I fell down here. I didn't mean to do that. Luckily there's a ladder. I don't know if there's an item down there, like previous to these boulders being filled up, but like, why would you even go down there and check? So I'm going to cut this one here, and next time we'll, because there's not, once we get to the bonfire, there's not a huge amount of Sens Fortress left, so we'll cut this one here, and then next time we'll find the bonfire, we'll get ready, we'll take on the boss, and we'll get the Anor Londo. Okay, so this has gone reasonably smoothly, considering I played through Sens Fortress last night on my off-character camera and it went terribly. Very bad. So this has been much smoother. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.